Morning, everyone. Welcome back to Pokemon Sleep. And I say morning because I'm very dreadful about going on to the next screen and reviewing last night's sleep research. I had one of those points in the night where I jolted awake from a particularly nasty nightmare. So I'm a little afraid that on this screen I'm going to see a very short amount of rest. So let's see. Whew. Now it's a good morning. I know sometimes that when recording with the Go++, that those sudden jolts on there can force it to think that you've woken up. And I've been working very hard to make sure that when those happen, I'm doing things that's not going to interrupt sleep tracking. But this was something that involuntary jolting awake, can't really control that. That's my body reacting in its normal capacity. So I'm happy to see that it did not trigger the end of that sleep session. But, yep, it was coming right out of a good chunk of deep sleep. Very little slumbering last night, so snoozing or dozing today. Which is not bad in preparation for Vulpix, but not super great for getting truly recovery, restful sleep. 5 spawns today, 14 million drowsy power. Let's see who showed up. Alright, we got a pair of Rattata, we got Slowbro, Slackoff, and Togetic. Am I missing somebody? Oh, you sneaky Ditto. Yes, we got Ditto hanging out there in rock form, being covered up by the landscape there. Alright, so no new sleep styles today. And we got Hungry Slackoff. Ditto has not made... I don't have any progress already on Ditto, so that's not something I really need to work towards. I still haven't gotten a Togetic by itself, just for the friendship recruitment. Alright, let's see what we got for today's gift. Alright, 15 diamonds. I will take that. Yeah, I suppose I just take home the Slackoff. It's hungry. I don't have to spend any of the extra biscuits because none of the stuff that's here is really the stuff I've been looking for. Some progress I can make on some of the others, Pokemon that I would like to recruit, but that's a lot of biscuits and it probably will fill pretty quickly. And I'd rather save those biscuits for Fire Week. There may be some duplicates of Pokemon that I can make some more impactful recruitment. And we will absolutely share the Incognito Ditto. That was a good one. That got me. Now, granted, I am still a little groggy from just waking up. But still, it's at least a little bit of fun, especially after having just the panic of not knowing if I was going to be dealing with 100 sleep score today or like 50. We have an Animate Nature Slackoff. It's a berry specialist, so no berry finding in the 10 level 10 slot. This one's got tomato honey. It's an ingredient magnet, and it's leveled up, so it's getting that in the level 10 slot. Inventory up. Energy recovery bonus. Ingredient finder, helping speed. With speed to help up. So it may not have berry finding, but it certainly has some good skills to be able to collect berries. So I'll definitely have to check that out and see if it's got good stats of being worthwhile to hold on to. Okay. Everyone get some recovery, got some sneaky snacking. I could not get it to go over last night. I was trying to get it to grade 4 just before bed, but it was just ever so close. Ingredient ticket for today's reward stamp. That's alright, I'm happy to start today off with a rank up. We're making pretty good progress in Snowdrop Tundra, so, like, you know, it's all good. Alright. And I did have to finally cook something other than limbercorn stew, so I finally ran out of direct ingredients. So this is kind of fun now where, I mean, I've got so many ingredient magnets on the team, so it's kind of like, let's make whatever they happen to come up with. Alright. Let's check in. Alright, so we have some Fire Week bundles coming in. So just like the Electric Week ones. Let's see what's going on in them. Because that's just going to be like the big explainer. Let's just look what's supposed to be in them. So the small bundle has 5 biscuits and a Cyndaquil incense. And those are 3 available. That's actually, for 250 diamonds, that's actually just a very tempting. To think on that one for a little bit. Just because, like, I've seen enough of them, but I just, like, I'd like to be able to guarantee when I see one. The medium includes Eevee incense and a Firestone with 10 biscuits. There's only 1 of those. So if you needed to work, like, get, like, that's basically like a Flareon in a bundle. There you go. And then the large bundle, which is 1,500 diamonds, 8 Great Biscuits, a Vulpix incense, Charmander incense, Growlithe incense, 10 Fire-type small candies, and 6 Dream Clusters. That one's a little bit out of reach. I would have liked Vulpix to show up on the medium bundle instead. But, you know, they really want to... You want the new Pokemon, you gotta work for it, or pay for it. Alright. Cool. So those will be in the shop starting from the 6th at 2 a.m. Well, local time. That should be local time. Alright. We got a medal. Rank? Grade 4 on Snowdrop. Dream Cluster. I gotta actually start using some of the things out of my inventory, because I think my bag is just about full. Just about full. How we doing, community? Alright, 43. And a rank up, alright. Happy to see it above 40. Pretty much that's all I can ask for at this point. Okay. Let's collect some ingredients. Yep. No trigger from Eevee. You don't have a skill to trigger. No skill from Blastoise either. There we go. I was supposed to wait until after feeding for that. Just got excited. And a skill trigger from you as well. Alright. So that's going to put me over. So we'll come back and grab those for making some breakfast. So, not enough potatoes for limbercorn. I'm just going to continue just kind of scrolling down the list. Bulk up bean curry. They're not the strongest dishes that I've had. But it's been kind of fun. Like this is now where I'm finally starting to see, like, all right, I don't have the same dishes to make everything, and they're just filling in for those things because they're really just finding sausage and oil. That's just what's on the Walreins. You know, that's the ingredients they find. So even though I'm finding like 22 more ingredients, no extra tasty. Even though they're finding 11 ingredients, it's not as strong as being able to get an ingredient collector that's dedicated to finding those things. But I can still continue to make stuff, so it may not be the strongest dishes, but at least it's still making something where it's not just like, oh, I'm making the one ingredient equivalent. And we're still doing a pretty good job of staying on top of keeping the ingredient pile stacked. That's also something that I'm pretty impressed with. I did take a look at our Eevee from yesterday, and it was not good. So I went to go hang out with the professor. So that's all the reporting on what's in the box. I think that takes care of things for today. Finally getting to the point where there isn't, I'm expecting either like news or discuss through something else. That pretty much covers things for today. Nothing else to research, nothing else to report on. Well, yeah, this might be the time where it's good for me to, probably through the end of today, see how things sort out between making lunch and dinner, and see if I want to swap in any particular ingredient specialist, take Blastoise out, to put something else in to help fill in any recipe gaps that I might have. Because right now, as far as like dish strength stuff, I would love to be able to make some of the things like the grilled tail curry, continue to make the limbercorn stew, or the Inferno Keema curry. And both of those, most of that just needs, well, potatoes for the limbercorn stew, but fiery herbs for the grilled tail and keema curries, which just means, alright, dust off good old Gengar. Gengar would be wonderful to just pile that ingredient up. So they might help to just take me the rest of the way through this week to help fill in some gaps in ingredients. Since the Walreins have been doing a pretty good job of triggering where need be. Eevee not so much. But it's not evolved, so it's not only is it a smaller trigger, but it's also less overall ingredients. Alright. But that's what I've got for today. We'll check back tomorrow and see how the rest of the ingredient triggers sort out for the rest of the day. Should be looking to hit Ultra, hopefully, in the next day or two. So, making good progress there as well. Thanks so much for stopping by. Let me know how your week's going down in the comments below, and I will see you back tomorrow for some more sleep research. But until then, sleep well. Try not to have any nightmares.